Good morning, everyone. It's Tim and Helen with Wine About Real Estate. It is
I will be
too
drinking wine
early.
later, but it's still a little early for me, so I don't want to get drunk because we have a couple closings today and we have a couple things to do. So I will be drinking a Flirty Bird from 2018 in about 2 hours after our closings.
For now, we're going to settle with coffee. But we are kicking off
Well,
December.
before that, we got masks, you guys. Don't forget to
Yeah.
ask for your mask. And thank you so much for following us. And if you guys have, don't forget to click the subscribe button and follow us. And it's actually really nice because lately more people have been coming up to us and saying that they actually do follow our show. So it's been actually really cool. So thank you.
Yes.
But, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, of course. Okay, so we're kicking off December with our first-time home buyer series. A lot of our
Yes.
clients are first-time home buyers, and we thought this would be useful information for you guys to follow, to get some more knowledge regarding the process of buying your first home. It's going to be broken up into different segments from the month of December to January. But today we want to talk about the first step, which is, Tim?
Yeah, so I think the first step that, when a client reaches out to us, we always ask for a buyer consult. So we're going to talk about consultations today.
Yes, consultation today.
So we do have a buyer's guide that we do provide, and we also have a questionnaire that we ask our client to fill out before we actually do our first consult. Because we like to get a little bit more information about you guys, and if you guys want to know more, we'll try to put you links to our buyer's guide as well as the our questionnaire sheet. So, Helen, you want to talk about our questionnaire?
Yes, so it is a questionnaire that will help us determine your criteria, but also help you to channel your thinking process. There are things that you may not have thought about that would come up in the questionnaire. For example, do you want a nice big yard? Do you care if there's no bedroom on the main level? Things like that. And the questions are all optional. It's not mandatory. So just go through it and fill out as much as you can. And that would help us to narrow down your search and find that perfect house for you.
Talks about, do you want to be communicated via text, email, like what, do you want to drive around with us? With COVID, we can't for liability purposes, but there's a lot of questions that we ask you to think about. So it helps us, helps you kind of in the first mindset, because we do talk about this investment property. Do you think about investments in the future? Do you have kids? Because we ask a lot of probing questions, kind of think about, right? But then we also have a buyer's guide that we meticulously work on every year, and it's kind of broken up into little sections, and it's also pretty nice that way. So we always give you so you can always refer back to it. But for example, we had a buyer consult call yesterday. So Helen, I reached out to you, and what do we do? And I said, I'm a first-time home buyer. I'm lost. What do we do in our consult?
So we're going to talk about first your criteria, but so Tim mentioned the buyer's guide. In there, you will find different terms, different process, basically a booklet of what you're going to be going throughout this whole process. Of course, we're going to be there every step of the way, but the buyer's guide will kind of give you an expectation of what's to come. The consultation takes about 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how many questions you have, but it opens up that channel of communication between us all, for us to prepare you for the entire process.
Absolutely. So, we typically ask you if you want to meet in person, or do you want to do a Zoom call? And most of our clients are opting for a Zoom call right now, because we have a lot more flexibility on timing. So once we're in the Zoom call, we talk about what are some of your requirements. We kind of explain to you our process and what we do. But it is a time to get to know each other and get familiar on what our job is. Our job is to help you find and negotiate the home. and talk about as much as we can to make sure it satisfies your needs. We have a lot of clients that we work with over the past years, and the criteria may change. So we just want to get to know an idea, especially if you know me, you may not know Helen. If you don't know Helen, you may not know me. Or if we have to jump on a call because one of our team leads, right? So because we are your team lead, so we are there for you. We typically do our buyer consults, around your schedule and time. We don't charge for a buyer consult. That's kind of the beauty of it, because again, it has to be a good fit, right? Helen and I would want to work with somebody that does work very well with us. We do screen our clients as well, and if it's not a good fit, we'll say we're not a good fit. We don't want a mad client or an angry client at the end of it. So that's usually how that works. But it's a consult, right? We both interview each other.
Absolutely. But the first step is to reach out to us, right? Just DM us.
Step one, reach out, consult.
Yes. Email us, DM us, call us, text us. There's plenty of ways to reach out to me and Tim. But
absolutely.
With that, we hope you have a great day. We hope you have a great weekend. And we'll
give us your wine selections too, because we're running out of wine. There's about 4 or 5 bottles left from everyone who's been giving to us. So don't forget.
Don't forget. We like Malbec, so recommend Malbec.
Yes.
All right, guys.
That being said,
great day.
Bye, guys.
Bye.